Hello, AP Government. Welcome to another week in which we keep kind of going through our stuff for AP Government. I want to have the main purpose of our video for this week to go through details and information for your AP exam so that you can start to feel like you've got some clarity and information there. Knowing then that each week from here on out, we're going to have a portion at least of what it is you're doing that week, either reviewing content or learning more about what the AP exam is going to be asking of you. So at this point now, I've got a pretty good amount of information and understanding of what's going to be asked of you in your AP exam. And you should be getting, if you haven't gotten already, an email today from College Board giving you some information on your AP exams, like when they'll be, and then also maybe giving you access to figuring out kind of what the style of it is going to be. But I'm going to provide it with you right here, right now. So feel free to have paper out if you want to write down some details on it. I also have them typed up in the lesson planner underneath this video in Plus Portals so that you have them in front of you digitally too in case you miss anything that I say out loud. But your AP exam, your new AP exam has been moved. It is now May 11th. That is a Monday, May 11th. And you'll be taking it starting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. May 11th, 1 p.m. on that Monday. It was originally May 4th, so we have an extra week to be able to work with and get you all ready to go. And then I'll keep reminding you as we get closer and closer that you really should be kind of logged in, ready to go, all set at 12:40, 12:45, just to make sure you're not waiting to 1 o'clock and then you go grab a snack or something and get back to the computer and suddenly it's 1:10 and you've eaten into some of your time. With that, your AP exam, the way that it's going to be structured is 2 free response questions. The first question will be you'll have 25 minutes of time to type your response. And then 5 minutes is going to be given to you to then upload your completed free response question. And then your second question, you'll have 15 minutes to be able to respond to that question, with then another 5 minutes given to you to upload your typed responses. So all in all then, that's basically 40 minutes of typed portion of an exam. It's quick and it'll be in some ways then a relief maybe to kind of have it done with after just a total of 45 minutes of typing and uploading, and then you're done with the AP exam. But because it's quick, each question, question 1, you've got 25 minutes, question 2, you've got 15. We're gonna start now making sure that you're getting practice towards understanding the question types, how to approach each question type, and then reviewing content so that you are as ready as you possibly can be on May 11th. So with that, I'm going to talk through each of the 2 question types a little bit and then talk through what you'll be doing this week to kind of help you get ready for that. So here we go. The first question, like we said, question 1, you've got 25 minutes to respond to it. The style of question 1 will be, is an argumentative essay. Now, the argumentative essay would usually be the 4th question out of your 4 free response questions in the AP exam. It's not a new style they're just making up for this exam. They're just going to modify the existing style of argumentative essay. And they'll have a modified rubric, which we'll talk through next week, as far as the rubric, how the scoring works, and some strategies for how to go from there. Now, in your argumentative essay, because you're trying to make an argument, it is essential, it is crucial that you have a clear thesis statement in which you make an arguable claim and provide your reasoning or the line of reasoning you're going to explore. Again, we're going to break down the structuring of that next week, but just to kind of start driving that home now, must have a thesis with a line of reasoning. So in the argumentative essay, you're going to be provided with a big picture, really like a 1 to 2 sentence statement. It might be something like, because the United States is a democratic republic, it's important that people, the American people, trust their elected officials. In your own words, how is American government structured to be able to instill trust in the democracy that's set up? Like a big, huge, big picture question. What they also will ask you to do is tie into your response some of the foundational documents, some of the required documents of the class. Now with that then, you'll be asked to use at least one of them to provide kind of evidence for your argument. So we're gonna really spend some time reviewing through, again, those required documents. We've covered just about all of them at this point, between third and then this quarter as well. So you should still have that paper of required documents for the class, so maybe find that again. And then I'll be filling you all with information for each document as far as just some quick notes for each, and then we'll also then do a little bit of like some document by document, what is each one trying to do, especially when we talk through those Federalist Papers and then Brutus #1 as well. So they're gonna say to you, like, in your response, here are the required documents to use, and they're only gonna give you 3 or 4 to choose from to then write a response to. They'll also ask then to use another source or other outside information for your argument. And you're welcome to use another one of those required documents that are provided to you from there. Again, more details on strategy starting next week. But with that, the main thing I want to accomplish with that this week is just you getting to see some examples of them and start thinking about how you would go about responding to one if you had to do it today with what you know. And again, I know we have a rubric to go through still and strategies to go through still, which will be completely fine. We have almost a month in this. That's plenty of time for us to be able to really break down some information and details on that. The second question type that you're going to get is what's called the concept application question. Basically, the best way to sum up that question type, this is the 15-minute one. You're going to be given a paragraph to read in which you're given a scenario of a law in action or a government decision in action or like a actual statement or portions of a speech given by a government representative. And what you're going to be asked to do is 3 parts. Usually it's going to show up as a identify, describe, explain. Part 1, you're basically just asked to identify a law or part of the Constitution or a constitutional clause that is relevant within what's being talked about in the scenario. You're then asked to describe how the scenario shows some interactions of government at work with each other. And then you're going to be asked to then explain how those government aspects of interaction could respond to the scenario that's there. That's kind of the idea of what it is that you're asked to do. So with that, the main thing I feel like I could be helpful to all of you with as of right now is what you're going to do for your activity this week. So in the digital resources section for the activity for this week, you're going to find a document. In this document, there are 4 examples of free response questions that are provided. The first 2 are concept application style questions. The second 2 are argumentative essay style questions. What I would like you to do is go through each question, and then for your assignment, I want you to type out basically like a skeleton version of a response for each one. In doing that, I'm only wanting you to do bullet points or like an outline style of details and evidence you would want to address to be able to effectively respond to that free response question. So you're going to do that for question 1, you're going to do that for question 2, you're going to do that for question 3, you're going to do that for question 4. The concept application questions, I'm probably mostly just looking for bullet point style of just like, here are the details I would want to address to be able to respond to this question. And then for the argumentative essay, that's where I'm more looking for like an actual outline of what's the outline of what your essay would look like and what details are then going to be in each paragraph. Again, you're not fully typing these things, and you don't even need to really go all out and then even explaining fully how each detail works. I'm just looking for you to talk through, here are the general things I would want to address to be able to do well with this free response question. And in going through these questions, please use your notes, use your textbook, use your resources to be able to go about answering these questions or detailing your responses to these questions so you can feel comfortable with what you're putting together for it. Again, my whole intent is just getting you used to what these question types are going to look like and what your mindset is when you see each, so that then next week we can pick up and then say, okay, concept application. Here's some strategies as far as how to approach it. Argumentative essay. Here's strategies, here's rubric, and here's how it is that we're going to work towards getting you ready to go for those things. And that's all there is for you this week. The questions themselves are about content that are in our main 3 units of focus that the AP exam will cover, which is foundations of American government, interactions among branches of American government, and civil rights and civil liberties. So the questions do focus on those areas of units. So we'll let that kind of be our content review a little bit for this week. But mainly, I just want you to get used to these question styles. So don't stress too much about if you're like doing enough with your responses. I just want you to start putting details together for how you would go about answering each of those free response questions. Once you've finished typing all those up, then upload that as an assignment to Turnitin.com for the FRQ practice assignment, and then you'll be done for the week. That's all we've got for you this week then. Blessings on your week, you guys, and I look forward to seeing your work. Have a great week.